Welcome everybody out there in internet viewing land. Welcome to, of course, the UC Davis Tech Talk webisode issue number 4, for those of you keeping track at home. I don't know. My name is Michael Kelly, and today we will be discussing Windows 7. 7 is the latest, greatest, newest operating system coming out of Microsoft and their strange little headquarters. And a lot of people have been asking, what exactly is 7? Well, it's faster, it's cut down, it's less bloated. Some people have even gone as far as to say Windows 7 is just Vista done right. I've even done that a couple times, but that wouldn't be entirely accurate to say. If you were to say 7 was Vista done right, then you would have to say Vista was technically XP done right, and that's just going to tick off too many fanboys, and I don't want the emails from them because I just don't want to go there. So basically, 7, like I said, it's cleaner, it's faster, it cuts down all of the bloated, overbearing, CPU taking up, memory hogging stuff that was in Vista that we've all come to know and love so well. Now, some of you may be wondering where Microsoft got the name 7 from. It went from XP to Vista to 7. I think that Mike Nash, the general manager of Microsoft, sums it up best in his email, which is as follows. Quote, "The very first release of Windows was Windows 1.0. The second was Windows 2.0. The third, Windows 3.0. Here's where things get a little more complicated. Following Windows 3.0 was Windows NT, which was code versioned as Windows 3.1. Then came Windows 95, which was code versioned as Windows 4.0. Then Windows 98, 98 SE, and Windows Millennium Edition, each shipped as 4.0.1, 4.1, and 4.9 respectively, so we're counting all 9 versions as being 4.0. Windows 2000 code was 5.0, then we shipped Windows XP as 5.1. Even though it was a major release, we didn't want to change code version numbers to maximize applications compatibility. That brings us to Windows Vista, which is 6.0. So we see Windows 7 as our next logical, significant release and the 7th in the family of Windows releases." End quote. Now, some of the greatest step-ups that Windows 7 has over Windows Vista is obviously speed and performance. With less hardware utilizing 7, it's going to run better than it did with Microsoft Windows Vista. Even the install took less time. I did an install without a disk, which is pretty easy to do if you know the steps, in under 45 minutes. Some people have claimed they've done it in under 20. That's impressive. 45 minutes for me. That's all it took. That's it. If any of you out there have ever installed a previous version of Windows, you know that it takes your entire day, and you have to constantly click next, and continue, and approve, and I don't care anymore. Windows 7, I think I clicked next like 10 or 12 times. It was great. I was done, I was using it, I was online. That fast. Now, for the requirements to run Windows 7, you need 1 gigahertz processor, 1 gigabyte of RAM, and only 16 gigabyte hard drive. Now, that's better than what Vista requires. It's just 512 megabytes of RAM over what you need to run Vista Home Basic, which is really, really good. I've seen computers running this with even less than that, so that's a good markup for Microsoft in terms of the up-and-coming netbook market. Smaller, faster operating systems to run on smaller, slower machines. It's perfect. It's exactly what they need. Of course, that doesn't work out so great for Apple's MacBook Air, but I don't think anybody wants those anyways. Speaking of Apple, it's a nice little touch, thought I would mention this. The demos that I've seen online of people installing Windows 7 on their MacBook Pros, the old gray ones, and the Mac Minis, after installing 7 on those machines, they actually got faster upload and download speeds than with OS X Leopard. Most of the look of 7 is the same as Vista. However, the biggest change has to be the new start bar, if it can even be called that anymore. The new Windows dock will cut the clutter of your desktop by holding any or all of your programs at one click away. The nice thing about this is if you have multiple instances of a program running, all you have to do is hover above the icon and a large thumbnail screenshot of each page will be shown. So if you happen to be copy-pasting Spark notes into your thesis paper, Windows just made it that much easier for you. Also, if you're a teacher, you can now easily catch those copy-pastes by looking at the paper and the internet at the same time. You can auto-size two windows to be side by side by dragging the window to either side of the screen until it flashes and resizes automatically. Do the same thing but on the other side, and ta-da, split screen. You can also maximize a page by dragging it to the top of the screen or shrink all current applications and programs by clicking a button in the bottom right corner. And hey, if you just want to check the weather or the time, or just need to look at your main screen, simply hover over the same button in the bottom right corner and all your windows will become transparent and you can see right through them. Now how about some of the new features? 7 is full of little tweaks and remakes of our favorite classic programs. MS Paint even got a facelift. It's now complete with the new ribbon menu that many of us are familiar with from Office 2007. And if you've ever used Vista, then you know what the UAC is. If not, let me put it to you this way. It's the annoying little pop-ups that keep asking us to be the administrator to run a simple program. But luckily, 7 has changed the settings so that if you like it, you can keep it. But if not, you can change the UAC so it only comes up on a handful of programs that really need to be double-checked before computing. But that's not all you can turn off. Arguably because of overseas lawsuits filed against Microsoft, this new OS has the ability to turn off nearly all of Windows' signature products, such as Internet Explorer and Media Player. Perhaps the second best change is that Microsoft got rid of that horrible memory-hogging sidebar. They did, however, keep the apps, but now you can place them anywhere you want to. But if you like them locked to one side of your screen, that's still an option too. Having weird problems with 7, don't want to spend the rest of your day searching through the help forums provided by Microsoft? Well, now there's a feature called Troubleshoot. This neat little add-on can run diagnostics on just about everything, from sound problems to sluggish performance, or even why the internet has stopped working. Now, I've only used this feature for fixing a weird speaker, but after I did it, all said and done, it worked. So there you have it, nice little wrap up of what I see Windows 7 being in the future. From everything that I can tell, it's going to be a great operating system. Now, we've obviously seen duds before, Vista, and anyways, I'm looking forward to it. It's faster, it's lighter, it's smaller, it's going to run on everything you can throw at it. I'm currently in the process of installing it on a really old Microsoft XP machine, and it seems to be going just fine. I'm looking forward to when it comes out. Some estimates are saying sometime this summer, some are saying first quarter next year, but either way, it's going to be good when it comes out. There's been lots of positive reviews, some mixed reviews, but as compared to Vista, I don't think you could have any worse of a launch. So anything that 7 comes out with is going to be primo. If you want more information on 7, you can of course just Google it. There's a million websites out there that talk about it right now, CNET, all that stuff. Or you can go to Microsoft.com. They've got, personalized videos of, I'm a PC. For more information on what we do here at the Tech Hub, go to ucdavis.techtalk.wordpress.com. Find out everything we have. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.